From the Newsroom at news.com.au.
G'day, I'm Andrew Bucklow, and this is the latest from the Newsroom. It's Friday, the 1st of October. Well, there was a bombshell announcement in New South Wales today with Premier Gladys Berejiklian resigning. She stepped down after the Independent Commission Against Corruption announced it would launch another investigation into her. ICAC will investigate whether the Premier breached public trust by engaging in corrupt conduct while in a secret relationship with MP Daryl Maguire.
I cannot predict how long it will take the ICAC to complete this investigation, let alone deliver a report, in circumstances where I was first called to give evidence at a public hearing nearly 12 months ago. Therefore, it pains me to announce that I have no option but to resign from the office of Premier. My resignation will take effect as soon as the New South Wales Liberal Party can elect a new parliamentary leader. In order to allow the new leader and government a fresh start, I'll also resign from the New South Wales Parliament once I've consulted the Electoral Commission on appropriate timing for a by-election, given the COVID restrictions. My resignation as Premier could not occur at a worse time, but the timing is completely outside of my control, as the ICAC has chosen to take this action during the most challenging weeks of the most challenging times in the state's history.
In other news, Australia's international travel ban will be lifted in November. The federal government has announced overseas travel will be available to vaccinated people, with the timing to vary from state to state. Instead of having to do hotel quarantine when you arrive back in the country, you'll be able to do 7 days of quarantine at home. To sport, the NRL still wants to hold this weekend's grand final in Brisbane, even if the crowd capacity gets cut to 50%. A COVID outbreak in Queensland is threatening to ruin the game, which is scheduled to be played on Sunday. Here's NRL CEO Andrew Abdo on Channel 9 this morning.
At this stage, 75% crowd. If that drops to 50%, our aim is to still continue playing on Sunday. If there's a lockdown and we see the infection rates rise, then we will have to react accordingly. We do have our protocols in place, so we know we can play, but it is a grand final, and I think the Commission will want to make a decision that maximises the impact for our fans. And we've got to think about our fans here and playing in front of fans. So the contingency plan for us would then be to potentially postpone the match and possibly play the match in Townsville if we're able to play in front of a crowd there and it's a lot safer. That's what we'll do.
And also in sport, the halftime performers for next year's Super Bowl have been announced. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, J Blige and Eminem will perform at the game, which will be held in LA in February. To showbiz, Pompeo has revealed that she had a massive fight with Denzel Washington when he directed an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Ellen explained that she improvised during a scene with another actor, and that annoyed Denzel, who quickly reminded her to stick to the script.
And I yelled at him, and I was like, "Look at me. When you apologize, look at me." And that wasn't in the dialogue. And Denzel went ham on my ass. He was like, "I'm the director. Don't you tell him what to do." And I was like, "Listen, mother, this is my show. This is my set. Who are you telling? Like, you barely know where the bathroom is." And I have the utmost respect for him as an actor, as a director, as everything. But we went at it one day.
And finally, in royal news, an American TV presenter makes some less than flattering comments about Prince Harry in her new book. Katie Couric, who used to host the Today Show in the US, writes that she met Harry in Brazil during his wild oats sowing phase. She wrote that the smell of cigarettes and alcohol seemed to ooze from every pore in his body. Harry has previously admitted that he turned to booze and drugs in his late 20s to cope with his mum's death. If you want news.com.au with member awards and fewer ads, get news.com.au premium today at news.com.au/premium membership. That's it from the Newsroom. We'll be back with another update over the weekend.
Your headlines from news.com.au.